Right. We are live. Week 1. Doing it again another season. We survived. Long off season. A few fun all-star events to keep everybody happy and flip a few race cars though, so nobody complains about that. So Formula 4's new entry. Second tier road league for Downshift. Have a little bit more pep in their step than the Formula V is, but I think just about every other car in the service does. This is your, stepping stone to get closer and closer to something like Formula 1 or even an Indy style spaceship attached to 4 rubber wheels. Got quite a few familiar faces in attendance tonight. But I've got 11 to count for future purposes and make sure that my math is still working with me. So the board's looking pretty stacked right now. A few guys managing to get into the 129s, which we saw in practice. Only Sean was able to do that, but now Caleb and Jimmy both have managed to sneak into the 129s right behind him. Luke, man, Thiago, Corey, and Dan all sit in the 130s, and then Chris Dauden, Tim, Jake sit in the 131s, and Corey Stas, Corey with an E, Corey, is looking to get time set in practice or not. We don't judge. No worries. What's that? I don't know what you said. Oh, you do judge? Oh, okay. So we're judging now, just so everybody knows. My inside source tells me we judge now, so not an issue though. I've just been gifted a bowl of what I can only describe as heaven in a bowl, so I'm gonna try to manage that, broadcasting and race control, and not trying to spill things on myself all at once. And I'm probably gonna fail at most of them. It's gonna be a good time. This link out to let everybody know that there is somebody making a half-assed attempt at streaming something. Talk myself up too much sometimes. I need to calm down. Let's see here. Too bad you couldn't jump on a Discord call with me. You probably can. No? You don't want to talk about open wheel cars going vroom? I mean, they're 7/10 apart, so it's possible. Who knows what Jimmy will do to keep Sean from getting away? I certainly don't, but I want to watch. Right. Right? Oh, that wasn't muted. Whoops. All right, drivers, it is 8 o'clock. Please bring your hot rods down pit road so that we can get the briefing started and get you guys on to qualifying.
Can I finish this lap?
Yep, go ahead. Hey guys, we've got nobody on track, everybody in the pit road for me, which is perfect. I just have to count really quick to make sure that we're all here. And I believe that we are. Perfect. All right, so welcome. This is week one. Formula 4s, I couldn't be further out of my element, but I think you guys can professionally handle racing without too much drama at this level. And it's always nice to let Chris get out there and drive so that he doesn't have to do this instead. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll see what happens. So the notes that I have is also from Chris, just to further prove that I have no idea what I'm doing. So qualifying, which we're about to step into here in just a couple minutes, is open qualifying. So all drivers will share the track, and if you're not on an out lap that counts, or a lap that counts in general, try to make room for other drivers on their hot laps, and keep your chat on all drivers. I'll remind you every session transfer to make sure that you're chatting and everybody can hear you when you talk. Because iRacing likes to reset that for I have no idea why. Same goes for the race. If you're getting lapped, do your best to facilitate the pass and continue your own race. If you're already off pace, getting run over and breaking your car is probably not going to make that any better. These ones don't have fenders, I checked. Same thing for chat during the race. Voice chat or Discord is not the place to take out your anger on people from an incident. I think we all know that. Don't be that guy where you're having fun. You guys are going to be racing against the same people all season, so let's start it off on the right foot. Learn from mistakes and roll with it. As far as the incident reporting process goes, I'm not going to make calls live during the race, so if an incident happens, definitely mark it. Remember the lap, remember any other information so that you can go back and get some sort of video evidence of it later. We have an incident reporting process that's going to be handled in Discord post-race that Chris will be able to help facilitate, and some other folks that are probably more versed in the open wheel road racing language to ultimately make better calls. I am here more for, throwing a yellow flag if all 11 of you decide to wreck into turn one, or somebody gets a black flag for something that they really shouldn't have, and just other stuff where iRacing's trying to ruin an otherwise good race, and I will try to fix it. Here. Race is a standing start. Starting from the pits is not permitted. Don't do that. If you do, we're going to black flag and hold you. If you're late, try to let me know. You guys are all here now, so I don't think that should be an issue. Specific reminders. This race is 40 minutes. One pit stop will be mandatory. Fuel has been limited to 60% to force the pit stop. And that 60% number may be adjusted during the season. We want clean racing. There is one championship point awarded for any drivers with 0 incident points during the race. So there's an incentive to not have any incidents all race. In the unfortunate event of severe damage, everyone does also have one fast repair. You'll have that to fall back on if you guys get twisted up or something breaks on the car. If you're pitting for fuel and you don't want to use it, remember to uncheck that box. Make sure that doesn't just use itself automatically. If it would, I'm not sure if it would if you had no damage, but we all know how iRacing works. Again, just don't give it a chance. That's all I say. And then track-specific reminders. Everyone be cautious on the first lap. Turn 1 can get tight, and turn 2 can be squirrely on cold tires and full fuel. The field still may be bunched up going into the chicane, so be cautious and mind the tire bollards. They bite, in Chris's words, and I agree completely. From running here in GT3 cars, they do definitely bite. So switching back to you guys now. Does anybody have any questions? I see, Dan, you've got a hand raised here, so let me bring Alan up. On that massive delay. There it is. Hi, Dan.
Hey, you said there's 1 point for a 0x. I thought there was 2 points for a 0 and 1 point for a 1.
Chris, you want to help me out here? Invite you to speak, but you can just pull yourself up. You have admin privs. There you go.
Okay, I'm still learning Discord. I updated the rulebook to 1 for 0, and this was simply because Sim Racer Hub wouldn't let me award points for 1x, or if it does, I couldn't figure out how to. So that was just to avoid anybody having to manually go through things after the fact.
Gotcha. It's good reasoning. So if anybody wants to
I'm very happy that somebody read the rule book, though.
Yeah, high five. I think Dan gets a bonus point for reading the rule book. So no, great catch though, Dan, and maybe not something that other people were thinking about, or maybe they all just made you answer it for them, so they didn't have to ask.
We were talking about it a little bit
Yeah.
in voice call before the race, but I just wanted to clear that up.
Gotcha. No, it's a great question. Thank you. And Corey Stass says, any points for most incidents? That's awesome.
Only during All-Star races.
Yeah, only during All-Star races. Perfect. I'll move you back down, Chris. And Caleb, you've got one. Let's bring you up here, buddy. We got 3 minutes left before I have to force it to qualifying. What's up, bud?
I just want to let everybody know, after you do your cooldown lap, if you would like to take part in a downshift tradition, park up just past the start-finish line after you've completed a cooldown lap.
Wow, that's right. Please remind me in VC so I get a shot of that. If my stream does nothing, it will definitely have to capture all of that. So just let me know. Thanks, buddy. That's great. I forgot about this track doing that. This is going to be so fun. Cool. Well, hey, I can't tell you guys enough how excited I am to see double-digit drivers at the beginning of the season. I know a few of you guys were from the USF stuff from last season and really wanted that to work. So I'm really happy that we can put this on. Again, thanks to Chris Dauden and Devin Cote for stepping up this season to really help in the background with everything, and Kerry Brooks too, as much as he'll never put his name on anything, so you can't prove it. He's there too. And of course, Drew and myself bringing you guys this, whatever this cluster is, but you signed up for it and actually paid, suckers. So no, I'm just kidding. So I don't see any other questions. So if everybody's good, we'll go ahead and advance the session and get cars on the track. So take it easy, have fun, and good luck, guys. You can exit the chat. Thank you. Right. Advancing session, guys. Good luck. You have 10 minutes to quali. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Yeah, man, F4. Gonna be good. Who are you rooting for tonight? Jimmy? Right on. Get in chat. Type stuff. Antagonize people like you like to. You have 2 monitors. Use them. Get a peanut gallery tonight, guys. He's always in my head. He's just in my ear now. Hey, what's up, Carrie? No, Carrie's here's it in the race, but I know you don't care. All right, Carrie, you have 1 supporter for race win tonight. And I think he knows. He knows what's up. Next. Chris will win here, you think? I think that would be really cool. I'm just, like I said, over the moon that we got the opportunity to let him get out and drive. I was going to show you how Chris was doing, but he seems to be still fumbling with things on pit road, so maybe we'll check that. Oh, nope, he's taking off now. We'll cross that bridge later. So we'll check out most exciting. Looks like most drivers are on their out laps now, getting up to speed. Not an arcade game where the game will start you in a position where you can just start timing or, take control and launch the car at full speed. You actually have to drive it out of the pits and survive a full lap before you actually even start getting time. So that 10 minutes starts to look like a lot less time very quickly. We're on board with Jacob Newman here. Make sure it stays here. Jake was one of the drivers that participated in Sunday night's League versus League truck race at Daytona. It was right there at the end, too. I think he was the only driver to cross the finish line on the lead lap with fuel. Because So the other two guys weren't on the lead lap, and Will White ran out of fuel coming to the line, which caused one of the greatest wrecks across the finish line I've ever seen. So that was really cool, but Jake did a good job. Knocking some blue and yellow. I'm not sure what his sponsors are on there. Let's take a look at what he's got here. Bunch of camera angles that didn't help me at all. I'm not even going to try to say what that is. It looks Spanish. So we're going to go with Spanish, and I think that's a Shell Pennzoil thing on there, so good for him. Mr. Dan running a very basic livery. Trying to avoid the tires. Corey Stoss, and if I'm murdering his last name, I deeply apologize. Rocking a pretty sharp-looking Mazda-sponsored black, red, and white machine. Sky active. I hope that doesn't mean that the front end of his car is going to take off when he hits something. But put that on your front wing in an open-wheel car, and that's kind of the feeling that I get. Jimmy, I'm just wondering if my trading paints isn't loading very well, to be honest with you guys, because I know Jimmy's car isn't all black, so surprised you haven't seen any F1 skins yet. Oh, Caleb's loaded. Here's an F1 skin for you. You guys know, all of you know more about F1 than I do, so I just know that's an F1 skin, and that's all I know. How's Will doing tonight? I was just joking because I'm talking to another Will. I said, how's Will doing tonight? He didn't hear me, so missed your opportunity to be that guy again. Good for you, man. Cool, let's take a look at the boards here. Sean Ryan currently sitting on the top of the boards with a 29.8. Yeah, why is Jimmy at the bottom? Oh, geez. Let's take an onboard lap here with Sean and get a feel for what it's like to rip a car around here at a dangerous pace, because everything Sean does just looks like it's on the edge of wrecking. But it's fast, so it works. Also, shout out to iRacing for not updating any of his dash for me, so I don't get a competitive advantage. Because knowing what his wattage was would really mess with me. So, thank you. You have a dead battery and you're not going any speed, Sean, just so you know. Doing well, Will. I have a bowl of pho in front of me that is the greatest thing ever. 2 monitors, some cool air blowing on me. I think this is probably what heaven's like, to be honest. I don't really know what else to do with that. Oh, he's got Cheez-Its? Oh, yeah, not everybody can be you. Yeah, it's fair, it's fair. Got my buddy whose name also happens to be Will sitting behind me, being a great peanut gallery for the night. What's that? Yeah, it is nice having gigabit internet. Yeah, man, Sean is really ripping, huh, guys? Crazy. Right on. Well, I think that's enough spotlight for Sean's ego, so we'll swap drivers to somebody else there as he retains the lead. We'll take a look at Caleb Clifton now, who has rolled into P2. Sean's still the only car that has managed to get into the 129s, but Caleb has snuck out a 130.0 something. There it is, 083. So he's rolling. We lost Luke to some technical difficulties, but he's trying to load back in now, which should be good. It's the worst way to not be in a race. Technical difficulty. But iRacing doesn't have mechanical failures, so you know, something balances out, right? Nice. Luke made it. All right. We'll have to watch him do a lap then. All eyes on him. No pressure. Yeah, Mr. White, the Oulton Park is very fun to drive. It's a very fast, technical track, and doing it in GT cars was scary. Caleb's rocketing. Thiago actually takes it from him. Running in P2 now, chasing Sean's tail. Our chases. Chases. Thiago's running a sharp, simple, but tight design. Like I say, Cooper's Sukar on that one? Sure, have no idea what that means. I'm not supposed to. But it looks nice. So yeah, that'll work. Is retain P2. Let's see. Boxes. Can I only bring that box? I can't bring up any other boxes. Bummer. If I can't tell, that really is a minute left. Not, but I'm going to say it is. Hey, you got less than a minute left before the end of quali.
Hmm.
If anybody was going to pull out any crazy fast laps, now would be the time. Oh, Thiago slides it. Keeps it on the track, though. Start finish line 2. Jimmy running his all black. Corey running his paint schemes. I believe him and Caleb are teammates, so they have the flame job 4-wheeled rockets. So that's looking good. Poor Luke with his technical difficulties just gets back just in time to get more time behind the wheel and not actually put a time in, because that sucks. Well, at least he made the race, so that's the important thing. The race is way more important than quality, especially when there's only an 11 car field or so. Discord is exploding as per usual. I thought there was... Oh. Yeah, that timer was not accurate then. Man, I don't understand why it does this elapsed time versus actual time thing, or maybe they're just allowing people to on lap, but I actually have not a single clue what's up with that, so I might as well keep my mouth shut and not give people incorrect information. Sounds like the best plan of action to me. Looks like Caleb and Jimmy are going to sneak right by Thiago. So Caleb's going to start P2. Jimmy's going to make his way into the top 3 at the last possible moment, and those 3 are going to retain their 129-ness. Thiago's going to lead the field at the first 130 mark. And all the way down to Dan. Corey Stoss got a 132. Mr. Tim going to give us, yeah, final start position tonight. Another 132, but it's all about consistency. These things are
Good luck, guys.
definitely one incident and you're done. When you fold your wheel back up into your driver cockpit, you're not really going to be doing a whole lot. So fast repairs are a thing, but you still got to get to the pits and never beat somebody that never wrecked, even if they're a second or two off pace. You got 40 minutes. So it. Cam there maybe, and how everything goes. Good luck, drivers. If you have any issues with black flags or anything, please let me know, and I'll do my best to clear.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Cars will peel off. Sean Ryan not getting a great start. Looks like Caleb is going to take the inside preferred line into turn 1. 2 wide action in the field behind them. Sean a little bit off into the grass, but it's like otherwise everybody's going to be fairly single file. Oh, we have one car off. Far back, it looks like that's going to be Thiago. Maybe getting a little help, maybe not. Off the back end there. Car looks to be okay though, and knowing Thiago, he has more than enough time to climb his way back into a great spot. He's going to keep it up. Going to go through the field here, guys. There's no real great camera angle to cover all the action, so mind the camera flopping. I don't have a good setup. I'm trying to race control, so, you know. A little bit different. Broadcast, sure. Race control, I need to change stuff real quick. So it looks like Sean took the lead back from Caleb and is now pulling away, at least at the moment. And Caleb is in second, but Jimmy is all over the back end of him. They're going to actually go for a fight. We'll ride on board here with Luke, who is in fourth. Hello, buddy. Sorry you missed quali, but you're in fourth, going for third. So, looking great. Now he's on the inside of Caleb here as Jimmy gets second place and sets his sights on the lime green, black, and Mardi Gras colored, I'm assuming number 9 machine. I actually don't know the numbers, but yeah, that's 9. That's what you would pick. Know these guys too well, too predictable. So, calm down a little bit at the front here for a minute. Chris Dauden currently sitting in 5th, just kind of watching this all happen. Pretty safe distance, which is probably what I would be doing with Corey Abbott right behind him. Dan Gallupo also waiting for something to happen. P7 behind these guys. So my paints did load. He just doesn't have... And Dan, someone needs to get you some nicer looking paint, buddy. Jake Newman, Mr. Onward, Corey Stoss, and Thiago, and that's the pace car. So that'll be the back. We are 2 wide for P10. Corey will concede it to Thiago. Gonna fly through the chicane here. Laps in, and there is plenty of action. We had guys swapping positions or just waiting for small openings. Pretty hard to pass here. You guys can see even from the third person. Oh, we've got somebody off a track. I think that was Caleb Clifton. Yeah, he's gone around, and I think he might have kept it out of the grass here. Let's just wind back really quick and see. Oh, yeah, he got all of that curb right in front of Luke, who manages to get around him diving to the grass, but Luke's going to have an awesome save too. And these boys can drive, that's for sure. It was a great save by both of those drivers. Caleb's probably not super thrilled about the fact that he just lost a good handful of spots, but at least he's got a car he can catch back up with, so that's what's important. Corey Abbott sitting behind Chris and Luke, who are now much closer after the incident. Oh! Corey's going to grab the grass, and that is a big hit. Yep, that's going to be a tow. Might have caster cursed him there a little bit, but I'm not casting, I'm race controlling. Yeah, so that's my out. Not my fault. That's a bummer, though. Touch that grass, and yeah, that car is just going to keep going right into the tire barriers. Gotta take a look at our leader battle, or lack thereof. Jimmy is going to be doing all he can do to try to keep Sean honest, but I can only imagine the smile on Sean's face when he saw Jimmy signed up for Formula 4s and thought, buddy, it is time. Too many oval races went the other way, and Sean is ready to play, so good for him. Hey Cole, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, I wasn't reading chat there for a minute. Going well, man. Just chilling, flipping through some channels here. Watching some cars going mostly a right-handed oval with some instances of, oh no, that's not good. We've had a huge incident at the back of the field here. Let's rewind and take a look at what happened. This might have started with a spin from Jacob Newman. And then, oh, and Thiago couldn't stop. And then, oh, onward crashes. Oh, no. And then I think that's Caleb Clifton also getting involved. Up down the field there. I don't know if he got away from that. It looked like he kind of just snuck through. Thiago, oh man, that was, oh gosh, yeah, that really put a damper on things. I'm really surprised Caleb didn't slow down more for this incident. Big hit, and I think a little bit of, what you call it there? Sync might have helped him not really take a hit there, but gonna have a good handful of drivers trying to claw their way back from a huge crash there. That's very unfortunate. We'll have to wait until everything kind of wraps back around. 100% certain if anybody will be a lap down yet or not. Sean and Jimmy are a good 2 seconds away from each other. Luke holds third over Chris Dauden in fourth. Dan Galupo rounds out the top five. Put on TV2 here for a minute. Check out most exciting. Flip the HUD off. And I'm going to catch up on some of my bowl of pho here for a minute. It's good that you're alive, Cole. I'm glad. I like it when you're alive. Much better than the alternative. We just saw Thiago off again. Back to him. Car seems to be okay, so I don't think he had any incident there. Corey Abbott remains the only car one lap down at the moment, but if Thiago's luck keeps going this way, he might join him. I think the closest battle on the track right now remains the battle for 8th between Jacob Newman and him on. Down course, Das is kind of an island right now. Caleb is attempting to run Dan back down. There's Chris, Luke, Jimmy, and Sean.
My bad.
Uh-oh. I had a little bit of incident there. Time you hear a driver apologizing for something, it's a good thing to go back and check. I don't really. I mean, it was a little bit of a late dive, but there definitely wasn't any contact. So the call that he made, and
I have a slowdown.
oh, but Jake is going to have a slowdown for having to take the
I'll give
black.
that back to you.
What a gentleman!
Thank you. I just didn't want to slow down right in front of you.
You boys blink, and here comes Tiago. Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely going to be most exciting right now. We'll keep it flipped there, but I have a feeling something. We'll try a little TV1 for a little bit as we are just over 11 and a half minutes into the 40-minute showdown. Looking fun.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, I'm back. What did I miss? Anything good? But Corey is now 2 laps down. Does he happen to be it? No. Couple incidents on a tear on his last 2 here. He not having the greatest race of his iRacing career, that's for sure. It's very characteristic of him to have bad races consistently, though, as he is one hell of a driver. So don't expect this to be this season at all. Got to get it out of the way early. I didn't miss anything good, Cole. Thanks, man. Take a look back in our leaders. It looks like Sean Ryan has now opened up a 3.5 second gap back to Mr. Jimmy Hayden. Can't even see him in TV2 cam anymore. Not good. I wonder if we should go over the radio and tell Jimmy that he's really far behind. Maybe that'll help him. I don't think it would. Funny though. Good dude. He's in summer mode right now though, so can't tell you how many beers he's already inhaled before the start of this race. So not a big deal. Coined the I think we'll have to call him caution cokes or something. I don't know what he wants to call him, but after 23 yellows at Martinsville last league season, we had few people looking for alcohol to get through the rest of the race. Great time, but do it, yeah. No alcohol needed here, though. It's 40 minutes and 40 minutes only, so about the extent of it. You know, I feel like Luke is slowly but surely sneaking up on Jimmy here. I have to compare some times, but they're in identical times, but I don't think I remember Luke being that close last time I looked, so Chris is kind of on an island right now, and Dan Go is similar position with Caleb coming up behind him. Caleb has some of the most raw talent I've ever seen out of a sim racer on iRacing. Just struggles with that age-old issue of consistency that a lot of people will have general issues with, and not alone, that's for sure. But he did come away with a Truck Series win last season. That was really cool. Paid some cash money for his efforts and onto some open wheel action this season. Probably drives a little bit different than a truck, I would say. So I'm gonna keep going back to the close action, and it's all Jake and Tim on, as Tim's gonna make an outside move here going into the last corner. Oh, Tim's not gonna quite hold it, and he's gonna go into the grass a little bit. Jake taking a defensive line, and great job of keeping Tim behind him. Thiago is still lurking back there. I had actually thought that Thiago had passed both of these guys, but hard to keep up, man. You guys are so spread out. If you just stay close, I could talk about all of you, but no, you got to go do your own thing. So we get what we get, you know? The real question is, though, Cole, would I be as cool as you? That's all I care about. If I'm not working towards that, then what am I working towards? That was the wrong time to take a bite. Looks like Jake has gone for a spin. Onward, and Thiago have managed to sneak by. Issues with his car. I did just notice a Subway sponsor on the side, though. I can pronounce that one, so that's cool. Love some fresh Subway sandwiches. Maybe somebody can help Dan get a sponsor, but nobody needs to help him too much. Oh, I guess he has had an incident recently. I didn't realize that. Guys might be pitting, though, which is also something that I'm not catching, but Dan has now fallen back to 7th. Last lap he ran a 149. I'm not sure if that was due to incident or what, but I could definitely see being in a pit fuel window. I'm not 100% sure how many laps these guys can get in one stint, but pretty sure Sean will tell us, because I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that that man will run that car about out of fuel. He won before he comes in. No reason to pit and get stuck behind somebody not running his pace, so still give chase. Splits as of last lap. 4.3 back. Giving Thiago the go-ahead to fly around and take off. I just noticed Thiago's got like a matching driver suit. The colors on the back of the car. The front of the car is pretty neutral, but the back's got all those crazy greens and yellows and oranges, blues. Oh, okay, gotcha. Jimmy needs to stop and go for having black tires. Okay, I'll be sure to let him know post race that he's gonna receive a time penalty. So I'm gonna take an onboard look here. Straight shot with Sean. I don't think we can see where Jake Newman is. Oh, that's a big spin. Like Onward's gone for a little bit of a doozy here. That's that, and it's that penultimate, man. That corner is a beast. A little bit of anti-camber and so sweeping. It claimed the GT3 car endurance series that I ran with Kerry there later in the season 2, and now Tim's going to be fighting some hot tires. That car is going to be pissed. Might want to think about upping his fuel strategy here pretty soon and coming in, but Sean is not going to be too far behind him now. Hurry his butt up. He's going to join Corey in the lap down gang. Probably not exactly what he's... Pretty much all spread out. We've got a very healthy race. I'd say the closest battle on track right now after all of the spin cycles and possible pit stops is Luke doing everything he can to run Jimmy down, and dare I say that he has closed the gap ever so slightly yet again. If math is proving me correctly, I mean, I don't claim to know. 5? Yeah, 5. So it's the only number we need. So we're just going to go with 5 and roll with it, you know? Back to attacking my soup here again for another minute, so I'll give you guys something to look at other than the buy in the back of Luke's car. Let's take it to EV2 and the most exciting, which is Tim. He'll be really excited about that. Like Jimmy got loose there. Not sure if he ended up saving it or not. Luke did get around him though. Boy has been pushing the wheels off his car. I think he just grabbed a little bit too much apron. God, he saved it though. Oh boy. Yeah. I think that's Silk's penalty coming to fruition there. We're on board now with Sean Ryan. We'll take a cockpit ride as he's approaching Mr. Onward, and we'll see how well Onward plays game. You got that arc right in the middle of the little halo there, right in the middle of the screen that you can make see-through. Yeah, that'd be a perfect example of trying to let somebody go but not knowing just how much faster they are in certain spots, man. You start to lift off your throttle and John almost teleported through him. That was crazy. Driving though, that man is on a mission. He hasn't let up a bit. He ran a 129.7 3 laps ago, so not exactly. He ran a 129.8 last lap, so he's not exactly slowing down just because the objects in his mirror are getting smaller. 29.4. Yeah, you get to take fuel out of the car for quality though, because they're running open setups. So, yes, sir. Other thing I'd be interested in is how they service these cars in the pits. These are questions I guess I'll have to get familiar with if I'm going to be broadcast race control all season. Is it worth it taking tires? Can they do that while they're putting the fuel in the car? Are they actually wearing? Or are they just getting hot? Yeah? Sean should tow for science. Understood. Man, I tried to give most exciting a shot to see what's up with that. It was on Sean, but guys, I don't know how to tell you this. Luke is catching Sean. So Luke ran a 129.7 last lap. In comparison to Sean's 130.3. Now that might have something to do with the fact that Sean had to navigate onward. But Luke is in about 7 seconds or so. 7.5 at the line last time, so. Yeah. Well, you think Sean could just take fuel to the end? Yeah, he probably could. Like I said, I'm not really super familiar with how the tires wear on this car. When I drive it, they don't wear at all, actually, because when I surf it into a tire barrier and it crashes, the tires are fine. It's the rest of the car that you got to worry about.
Thank you.
When Han lets Luke go, Sean catches him in a hairpin. Luke catches him on a straightaway. That's not going to slow Luke down at all. Right, so we're going to say that I finally finished off my soup. No more distractions, although it was a really nice distraction. Back to most exciting here, and maybe grab a little TV2
Howdy,
action.
howdy.
Evan and spectators. What's that? Gonna go kill an ender chicken? No, geez. Not the ender chicken. What did it ever do to you? Got the egg. Right. Well, we already know what's going on with Sean and Luke and even Jimmy here. I'll take a peek at his laps. Back in the 129s on the last lap, so he's not doing too bad. You go through the field here. Take a peek now at Mr. Chris Dauden, boss man, Mr. Admin. A hell of a job of keeping his nose clean. And is pretty good. His laps look decently consistent. On the 130s and 131s. He's about a second off of the lead pace, but he's the first guy to tell you that's what it's all about. I say that as he runs his fastest lap of the race, a 136.95. I guess we need to talk about Chris more often. For him, of course, the nice thing is a lot of these guys do end up getting. Oh my God, that sounds like a. No, it's fine. I was just like, holy crap, bass. They can't hear it. There's no way. So, yeah, no.
Tim, can you let me go here?
Tough. For Chris, though,
I didn't realize you were there.
that Caleb has surpassed Dan, but again, I'm under the
Thank you.
impression that Dan is either pitted, or had an incident, but either way, Caleb finds himself about 12 seconds off of Chris, currently in 5th, crawling his way back from an early race pair of incident. And like, oh, as I look to Dan, he goes for a spin. Tiago was trying to get back around. Dan was trying to give up a spot. This is right here, guys. Got to practice going too wide on all these parts on the track, even if you don't want it preferred. Overshoots the braking point just a little bit and goes for a ride in the green stuff. Good save, though, and he's back on track. Currently in now 7th. As they, oh boy, Sean's the next car behind Dan. Oh man, the field is getting lapped by the second. Tiago is going to retain 6th after that and trying to claw his way back. His ride's looking good. Used his fast repair already after getting tangled earlier in the race with Caleb and I think Jake and Onward, if I recall correctly. He's running some pretty good looking laps too, low 130s. him. Jake Newman's in the catbird seat, probably about 8 or 7 seconds behind these guys, depending upon how slow they become after their little scrabble there. One position up from where he qualified. Like he's gonna wide in the final turn too, but definitely had a good grab on it there, so good for him. Starts with our lap down guys, so onward. Running in 9th. Corey Stas right behind them, so these guys are about to do battle. 9th position. Corey Abbott's running out the field right now. Laps down. Looks like high 130s, low 131s, so a bit more off pace, but I think a lot of his issues came from incidents earlier in the race that he's just kind of trying to maintain with now, so there. Back into exciting. Got Thiago, who's gone a lap down now to Sean. Looks like Luke kind of running him down now too. Hey, that'd be really cool if the camera would just switch to people as I talk about them. That'd be sick. I mean, it totally did that on purpose. That's what I meant. Cars getting close to each other on track, though. I know
Thank you.
Thiago will definitely... Yeah, see, Thiago's going to let Luke go. He's not fighting for position. There's no way he would even put up a fight. There's Dan in the sand. That's not great. I think that was Dan.
Please stay on one side of the track.
Back through. Ran a 143, so he must have had some incidents. Starting to struggle a little bit as the race goes on. These guys are looking at a couple minutes over 5 left to go race, so we're definitely starting to wind down a little bit. Gotta hold strong for the final stretch. Luke has now brought Sean Ryan to within 6 seconds. So navigating traffic pace and all that has brought him close enough, but only question is, well, there's a couple questions, I guess. Is Sean holding back a little bit, maybe? Does Luke have enough time? Is 6 seconds too big of a gap? He really hasn't seemed to be catching him at any masterful rate. I don't know how you could. I really don't know how much time is left on the track with what Sean is running right now, so having a hell of a day here at Oulton Park. Battle here between like Tim On and Doss, fighting for 9th as previously stated, and Corey seems to be spinning out. Oh my gosh. The timing tonight is absolutely impeccable and for all the wrong reasons. Jesus. Well, that battle's gone for the moment. Corey didn't have much of an issue there. Sean Ryan running down his next lap victim. Not sure who got in front of him there. I would say Thiago at first because I see the silver, but I thought he already passed Thiago. They're silver looking cars. Oh, that's Jacob Newman, I believe. Baby blue, yellow. Oh. Sean is up to 6th place at lapping the field, so he'll be setting his sights on the top 5 if and when he gets around Mr. Jake Newman here. So definitely the class of the field, but I'm telling you right now, Luke is not letting him get away, and had Luke actually been able to get in and set a qualifying lap that he was happy with, might have been a different story. No, though. Here comes Sean and Luke both down pit road now. But I can see less than 5 minutes left, but you know how that worked out last time, so say sure that. I'm just kind of wondering now. I think Jimmy's calmed down in a while. Is with the number of cars that are pitting at this very moment, I have to wonder if this was the physical last possible lap that all cars could have gone. Jimmy took off there and then locked his brakes up for a minute. I don't know if he was trying to put heat in his tires or maybe he forgot to set his pit limiter and started to take off and realized he was on a path to get himself one of them there speeding tickets and locked it back up. But in front of Onward and moving onward. Caleb Clifton sitting in fourth as they cross the line, but I think that might have something to do with the fact that Chris had pitted maybe a lap prior. Because it looks like Chris is in front of him. Caleb's going to be running Chris back down after that lap. Jake Newman retains his lead lapness for the moment. I don't know. So close to the end of the race, these guys that had issues in the very beginning may very well have actually able to pick up enough fuel to finish the race off. On lap 3 or 4, fuel calculating in my head is so much different when the lap is a minute and a half long versus the ovals that are anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, and you're rifling off 4 or 5 or even 6 of them. The amount of time it takes these guys to get around one at this place, so definitely possible. See what happens as we go across the line here. I believe Luke lost a little bit of time to Sean in the pits. Last timing has him 9.5 off, and now it has Jimmy Hayden only 12.8. So Jimmy maybe going to start trying to put some more pressure back on Luke to get second back. That'd be something. And yes, Chris has in fact retained fourth. Looks like about an 8-second advantage over Caleb here as we come down to the last couple minutes. Elapsed time listed 38.5, but I believe we're going to see a bit north of 40 because that's the elapsed time and not the actual race time. And that starts counting when the race session starts, including the gridding process. Good looking stuff though. Excellent drives by these gentlemen. Overall, exciting race, but clean racing for the most part. A lot of the mistakes were self-inflicted, if anything, and drivers definitely beat themselves up more than most any other type of people I've ever seen, so got that to think about. Well, the most exciting here is it flips to Sean and then over to Chris. That fun stuff, and we'll run a lap or so. Without any HUD. Guys, a scenic view. Hot rods rolling down. There's Luke. Like he's got Mr. Lupo in front of him for lap traffic, and very end of the camera there you can see Jimmy's 42 lurking in the back. Gonna make a last ditch effort. I know Jimmy's gonna be driving the absolute wheels off of that car right now, understanding that he's got to fight with Sean this season. He's going to need every point that he can get, so it'll be a battle for sure between these two as the time winds down. Say we're going to be getting our white flag here soon, if not this time, maybe one more. No, when the time officially hits 0, the race does not immediately end. It is next time after the white flag that the leader crosses, ends the race, and everybody behind him. So if the leader crosses the line with about 5 seconds left and you're more than 5 seconds behind him, you have more than a full lap to run after the timer hits 0. Interesting element, and there's always that, it depends on where the leader is, but I think we've got white flag, or I'm not 100%, so keep running until you're seeing the checkered flags and Crew chief is telling you to slow down. I see the flagman now waving the white flag. We are going to get the one to go. Watched too much NASCAR lately. I almost wanted to say sponsored by Credit One Bank, but that is not the case. Sean has pulled out now an 11.5 second lead over Luke at the line, and Jimmy, on an absolute tear, has put himself within 2 seconds of Luke. Gonna be looking to close down. Let's right on board here with Jimmy as he's gonna go hunting on the last lap. Man, that is close. It's got to be so frustrating to see a car that close and know you might not have enough time to get around them before the show is over, but there might be a lap traffic car in between them and the finish line that could prove something interesting. Jimmy is all over this wheel, man. You hear tires squealing, counter steering in an open wheel car. That's not something that you yeah, Credit One, please send us money. I mean, they could just send me money too. They don't have to send money to everybody. Just be me would be nice. You know, come into the penultimate here. I believe we are going to witness Sean crossing the line here to finish up the race, as he is already on by. Corey is going to complete the final turn good enough, it looks like, and he is going to save off Jimmy, who is going to finish in third place. Not for lack of an effort, though. Trying to see somebody coming down the line here now. It looks like we got
Luke, did you take tires?
Toss.
I have no idea, actually. I did not pay attention to my tires at all, but they may have been checked.
Yeah, I figured maybe you had cold tires or something, because I was catching you. I was like, I wasn't catching them like this earlier.
I mean, it's partly I was really loose after the stop, and partly you're just quick. You had a really good pace the whole race, dude.
Yeah, it was good chasing you there at the end. I just kept making mistakes.
Yeah, no, it was a cool race. I mean, we were pretty much like dead even on pace, so yeah, it was a lot of fun racing you, dude.
Don't forget, guys, meet up past the start finish after your cooldown
Oh,
lap.
yeah. Thank you. That was a great reminder. Heck of a good race, though.
I ain't got enough gas to make a cooldown lap. I just ran out as we crossed the line.
Oh, no, Jake. Aw.
Oof. Somebody push him.
Oh, God.
Do you want to push?
Somebody push him, he said.
Nah, it's alright. I'll just coast as far as I can.
I mean, a push to the start-finish line would only help so much, because you would definitely need more than a push to take part.
iRacing needs to let race control hijack the pace car whenever it feels like it.
And also, good race, Sean. You were really fast. Nice job.
Hey, thanks, man. You were keeping with me. It made me sweat a few times. So wasn't sure if you were gonna start pulling on me or not. I had to dump some extra into the tank to keep the gaps. It's a good race.
Yeah, good race, guys. These cars are super fun to drive and race with.
iRacing. It was really nice watching you guys race.
Should we do like a formation thing here, or like, how's this gonna work?
Whoever's at the tail end, just tell me when everyone's met, and I'll just send it.
So what we're witnessing now, for those that are not initiated with the Downshift tradition,
Sean, I like your livery. Full
Oulton
send
Park
racing.
has a
Thanks, man. It's my
hill
the endurance team
off
that I
the
race
track
with for the
on the
special
right
events
side.
and stuff like that.
That these guys are going to launch their cars
That's
off
awesome.
of now that the race is over. So this should be pretty
All right, let's go, guys.
Wreckfest intensive.
Whoever randomly joined later in the race just became my spotter. Just out of the blue.
All right, so we'll right on board
Just
with
follow the leader.
right on board with Corey here, who is probably going to have a pretty miraculous view of this. You're going to want to look skyward here, as you're going to see these cars go around the corner, crank right, and then just just launch into the sunset. Oh no, guys are spinning and not making it. Oh man. Yeah, and
Hey,
that.
you said follow the leader, so I'm gonna follow the leader.
That is
So
magnificent.
no one gets a 0x bonus point for that?
That is awesome. Let's take a look at some of the guys towards the front here.
I don't know if anyone was going to get the 0x bonus, but the racing incident stopped counting after everybody crosses the line.
Fake news.
I was close with 18.
Jeez, almost.
Dan. Somebody,
I also had
was it
18
Dan?
and
Oh, yeah,
almost got
Dan just
0x
cranks it
bonus,
left.
so rip.
Oh man, did you get it over?
I
Hey,
I spun my tires at the start, and then when Caleb went up the inside of me, I picked a 1x in turn 1. I was like, well, there goes that dream.
Yeah, I got 1x barely on the outside going through the, I don't know what turn that is, but it shouldn't be a 1x anyway.
Yeah, the turn 1, turn 2, those off tracks are brutal.
Yeah, and I also kind of spun in front of the field early, so that was brutal.
Tiago just gets so far out in the air that he just shuts him off. Doesn't even let him wreck. That's funny. Let's check out Corey here. Just gets some air, saves it, and over he goes. Yep, he's gonna reset too. These guys are too skilled at wrecking. Game kind of breaks, and that's the thing. So that was sure as fun to watch at the end there, guys. Although some of you were too good because it just reset you before you got to crash back into the track. But good racing. If anybody has any incident report or anything, I think Chris probably have a better explanation of how those are going to work. But just do what you gotta, and yeah, ready for a fun season, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Right. Well, that all over. I think we're going to call the stream for now. So thanks for everybody that popped in and said something funny or asked me a question that was interesting. 5. Thanks, Will. So, but yeah, until next time, I think we got a pretty packed week of stuff going on here at Downshift. Races every day of the week, Monday through Friday, with 2 on Thursday. So if anybody watching is looking to get some seat time instead of watching me, I mean, couldn't blame you there. Hit up the Discord. Should be link in the description for that, and come race with us. Post race, launching your car into orbit included. And yeah, till next time, guys, have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.